is another class. My name is Victor Diguma here. It's another class we want to introduce, and is circle and its properties. All right, and in this class we have a lot of work to do, and I'm trusting God you're going to be there. All right, so we are going to be examining some of the things we know about the circle. One of which is that when you come to a circle, you see a line that passes through the center of the circle. We call it a diameter. And two radii, of course, from the circumference to the center is a radius. So two of them, two radii, makes a diameter. All right. In the introductory aspect of plane shapes, one must have been able to come across such, words and such explanations. All right. We know this at the circumference and all that. If you have a cutout like this in a circle, we call it a sector. We call it a sector of a circle. So it's bounded by an arc and two radii. All right. When you come around here, you see what we call a chord. And in the case of a chord, what happens here is that it doesn't pass through the center of the circle. So any line that does not pass through the center of the circle but touches two places on the circumference of the circle, we call it a chord. We call it a chord. Now, a chord divides a circle into two major segments. The major into two segments, the major segment and the minor segment. Okay, so if we come over here, we are also going to see something like a sector. But in this sector now we have a chord that cuts, touches the 2 points on the circumference of the circle there, and then it has the minor segment under it. Now this line from this point, let me label it. Let me say A B, which is the chord. This point from here, like this way to B, that is what we call an arc. An arc. Okay. From this point, that is where this chord touches the circumference. What is below it? That part of the circumference that is below it, that is curved like this. That's what we call an arc. Okay. So, and then inside here we have a lot of things to also look at. We have seen a chord, we have seen an arc, we have seen the whole of this, which is a sector. We've seen radius, we've seen an angle at the center of the circle, and then and all that. Now, in the next class, we will start calculations on all these things. We are going to see the possibility of calculating the area of this sector. How we go about it to calculate the area of this sector. For the fact that the radius is given and the angle at the sector is given, angle at the center is given, we can be able to calculate the area of the sector. And then another thing is, how can we be able to calculate the perimeter of this sector? And perimeter is distance around an object. So when you're talking about this sector now, you can see that perimeter means distance from here to here, the center, distance from here to here, the center, the circumference, and then distance this way, which is an arc. That's to say, if I want to calculate the perimeter of this sector, I have two radii. You get it now? Two radii and an arc. That's to say, I will calculate the length of an arc and then plus two, radii. So, and then what again? After perimeter of the sector, we can also be talking about, what about this part now, this minor segment? Can we be able to calculate the area of this segment? We can call it the shaded portion. Most questions, call it the shaded portion. Calculate the area of this shaded portion. These are the things we are going to be looking at. In the next class, we are going to be doing the calculations that are involved in this. So if you see this, you realize that this, for us, the entire of this space is a sector. And for us to calculate area of this shaded part, we need to calculate area of the entire sector and then remove area of the triangle. All these things has formulas we are going to be using to do the calculations. So I urge you to be in the next class so that you see us make use of those formulas in doing these calculations, and then you learn along with us. Thank you so much for being there. Please share this video to someone out there, like our video and subscribe so that you can be able to access all our classes, that we have out there in our channel. Thank you so much for being there. God bless you.